So I think when I end up getting my not my Chromebook. When I end up getting my laptop, I'm probably gonna end up doing some of that. Seems like it'd be something fun to do.
I would, but I don't want to deal with deadlines. I'd rather just edit my own photos and take as much time as I want. Not to mention, if I edit my photos, there's a chance somebody will want to. I can even talk about selling my photos. So I've taken some pretty hot ones in the past, like, few years. I don't know. However long I've had my fucking camera.
And funny thing, this guy, he ended up wanting himself photoshopped into two different backgrounds, one with a tree, and then there is another with a fence post in a garden. And somebody pulled a very big brain haha move. He ended up making the guy the fucking tree and then made him into the fence post. And then I was slightly triggered because somebody ended up putting a sun glare on the side where the sun wasn't even coming from. That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Two watching already? Good lord. I mean, I'm one of them, but Jesus. Oh, never mind.
Somebody that just stopped into your stream and left?
Yep. It's actually one of the reasons I might quit. I understand if you're just going on to check it out, but like, I don't think YouTube even counts it as a view either. Because I get people that do that and it never says I have any views. Even though I watched it as well. So.
Honestly, for me, I don't know what I was gonna say.
How do you check the... Fuck, what was it?
Impressions?
Yeah.
You go to your YouTube Studio and you go to your analytics.
Hang on. Okay. I've gotten 79 views in the last 28 days. That's not a lot. My impressions, it says 752. Which is up by 4% apparently.
No, it's not made for kids. That should already be pretty much obvious.
28.6% from YouTube recommending your content. 8.9% click-through rate. Views from impressions is 67. And the average view duration is 10 minutes and 27 seconds. Watch time for impressions by hours is 11.68. Traffic source external, sorry. Google search. What the fuck is searching me through Google? I assume an invite chieftain.
Oh yes, invite. Hi Anubis.
Huh. Apparently I've been suggested on popular videos. Okay.
Nice.
I don't know why. My channel's smaller than yours. I don't understand why it'd be there.
Oh, it was Anubis. He just wanted to read the rest of your title.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I was sitting next to a slightly moist towel. It was not very pleasant. Traffic source YouTube search. 8.7 for Kaioshin For Honor. And apparently 4.4% for Rec Room Olympics. I'd imagine it's just recommending my Rec Room videos in general, but I don't have a lot. Because people don't really seem to like the Rec Room all that much. I can see why.
For
4.4% through Warframe.
For me, it's 418 for views in the last 28 days. But the thing is, most of those views aren't even subscribers.
4.4% from a search of War Mommy.
Nice.
Apparently, that one person was looking for that specifically. I've had 79 views in the last 28 days. About the same as usual, according to YouTube.
That's pretty much expected. My Kaioshin is garbage video ended up getting 125 views. Mainly because that's a pretty attracting title to when I posted it.
And then my videos are attracting to them.
If it includes something controversial, the YouTube algorithm loves it.
You sure, because I put controversial things in my titles all the time. Wait. Oh, I put on the wrong timer on. Whoops. Meant to put on my Prime. No wonder it didn't have a auto option.
Hola. Goodbye. Alright, who shot me? I found him. Oh, that is doing shit. There we go. Oh.
Anyway, about my title. I already mentioned 2 points to Noah that I'm probably going to end up quitting, or at least taking, like, I don't know, maybe a week-long break, maybe longer. I haven't decided yet. And that's mainly due to lack of support, because nobody seems to watch my videos anymore. And I keep getting harassed by an asshat that won't leave me alone. And I can't keep making videos, because now he comments on both mine and Noah's videos. And then it just makes me feel bad. Even though it's not my fault.
Oh, it doesn't bother me. I just end up blocking him from even commenting.
If you're wondering why that happened, I fucking shield asshole knocked me into the sensor. So they ended up just having me destroy it instead. I love games.
What game is this? It's Warframe.
It's pretty fun.
It's pretty fun when your character is OP as fuck.
That's literally the aim of this game. That's basically just a game just about being OP.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Hello.
When I'd imagine it was Anubis asking that question.
Yeah.
Okay. If he does end up getting it, what I suggest when you get later into the game is looking out for invasions, because you can get Wraith weapons, and they're extremely powerful. Right now I'm running the Twin Viper's Wraith. Definitely worth the long waits.
Anubis said, try blocking the Asian persuasion.
There's also, alongside just the normal Warframes, there's also Primes. I'm running one right now, Nova Prime. They're also OP, but they're very hard to get. Or you can just pay a premium and get them. But you don't have to, of course. Everything in this game can be earned legitimately. Even their premium currency. You can get it by selling stuff.
Anubis, if we block into Asian persuasion, is a very bold move.
And of course, if anyone ever needs help on this game, come to me, come to me. I was going to recommend Noah, but he's not quite that far.
Well,
You're not. You haven't even finished the game yet.
You're not wrong.
Unless you finish the game, then I don't think people should be coming to you for help. Because a lot of things people need help on are super advanced things that I can hardly even do. There's no way. You have no chance of doing it.
Well, then come to me for a hilarious time
No, don't do that either.
of bullying the enemies.
Don't do that. He's lying. Don't fall into his trap.
Yas, Queen, slay.
I told you not to fall into his trap. He's fucking lying, dude.
Honestly, I think the fans are kind of a reference to Katana's
What?
from Mortal Kombat.
What?
You know Katana from Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
He's mentioning how the war fans look like hers.
Yeah, because it's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's not a reference, it's straight just real. Pretty much everything in this game is... Well, a lot of things in this game are ridiculous, but pretty much everything is based off of something real. Like rifles are obviously just rifles. There's big-ass swords, which are obviously just referencing actual big-ass swords in real life.
Listen.
Of course, not that ridiculous.
Listen, Anubis. These fans do not blow wind. They cut the fucking wind.
You can't cut wind, dumb fuck.
Well, that's how accurate they are.
They're not. Which ones are they? I look myself.
Smaller ones.
Goonson. They're not that accurate. I have them too.
Oh, fuck.
I also have a scythe. There's a lot of weapons in this game. You got my Za, which of course I named the PP Slapper. Which my twin Basilisk, of course, is just two small fire axes. The Cybear, just a giant ass ice hammer. I'm gonna use it. No, I'm not. I lied.
Anubis said, "Squid has more than one brain cell. You can't cut wind."
Yeah, exactly. I'm using the dual ether. There's a lot of fun weapons in this game, and the devs just keep adding more and more with each update and frame.
Listen,
Yeah.
I have many brain cells.
Are you sure?
Maybe an over amount.
I wouldn't quite be so sure about that one. You were friends with Jason when he was literally in the process of harassing me. I wouldn't quite call you smart.
Just some friends don't turn out good.
He was never a friend to begin with.
Actually, now that I think of it, a lot of my content really does say less than one brain cell. Fair enough. What the fuck? One of my artifacts ended up bringing a shadow onto the ground, and it looked like it was a fucking spider. Look out, it's a stationary spider. Attack of the raving spider.
Your target is the system mainframe. Deliver the payload. My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
I saw my life flash before my eyes. Strange thing is, there was a lot of incognito mode.
That's another reason I might take a break from YouTube.
What?
Just a mix between work and a few other things. I'm just really lonely, and I'm gonna try tracking down on actually getting into a relationship again. It's been about like what 2-3 years, almost 2 years since I was in my last relationship. In fact, she ended it like a week or so before our anniversary, 2-year anniversary. So I was like, oh wow, bitch. It hurt. Also, I'm pretty sure she was cheating on me to make it even worse.
See, I'm one of those lucky/unlucky people. Never been in a relationship.
I've been in 2, technically 4, but I don't talk about the other 2. In fact, I've never mentioned them to anybody, not even you.
Yeah, this is a new one to me.
Not even Caden knows. The reason I don't talk about those is because those are actually some of the few things that can actually used against me, which is why I don't talk about them. Everything I talk about publicly doesn't bother me. So you can try and insult me with it all you want, it's not going to do anything. There's a reason I say them publicly. I wonder. Oh, that's not right. Oh, it does.
thinks half the time.
Let's see. I'm gonna talk a little about the other two. Not a lot though, and I'm not gonna mention their names obviously. One took place here in Beatrice, and then the other was in Pickerel. Like I said, they're not really relationships as much as they were just something. I don't really know how to explain it. They didn't last very long, though. I think the one in Pickerel actually lasted longer than the one here in Beatrice. She was
Really?
crazy.
Yes, I know who John DeLear is.
And I'm sure you probably had to realize it's been like well over a decade since I last lived in Pickerel.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time, so I'm sure you can imagine how young I was. But
And that,
they existed.
well, that had been like a little while after we first met again.
No. At the time of Pickerel, I didn't know you existed.
Oh yeah, true.
Because at the time, I only lived in Pickerel. I don't think I even had been to Beatrice at that point. And then after that, I moved to Beatrice. Let's see, I lived there, moved to Beatrice for a bit, moved back to Pickerel, and then I lived in Beatrice, and we haven't moved out of here since. I mean, it sucks, but it's Beatrice. That's really all you can say about it.
I mean, it could be worse. You could be living in Fairbury.
Okay, but Fairbury's just Beatrice 2.0.
Yeah.
It's literally no different.
Fairbury's Beatrice, but there's nothing to do.
Fucking, there's like, what, 2 things to do in Beatrice? That's why it says Beatrice 2.0. There's nothing to do here. All you got is mini golf, and that's it.
There's a skate park.
Okay. But the thing is so damn run down and smaller, there's nothing to do.
True.
The last thing they've even made to it was when they changed the ramps from barriers from fiberglass to normal metal. Because some maniac actually made them fiberglass.
God, I remember those fucking fiberglass ones. And there's times where you just end up rubbing your hand against it, and then just fucking fiberglass all over your hand.
Anyway, back to the relationships. My technically first actual one was in middle school. I think 8th grade. I'm pretty sure.
Somewhere
7th or
around
8th. I think it was 8th. I can't remember honestly. Either it started in 8th or it was like really late 7th. It was late 7th. I know that because it started in Christmas break. So it was late 7th. It was going into the 8th grade. That's right. That was something. It wasn't great, but it was something. I'm pretty sure she was also cheating on me as well, so apparently there's something in me that makes people cheat on me. It's unfortunate. Not really a lot of evidence, but I suspect it. Especially because literally like a week after we broke up, she apparently already had a new boyfriend. I was like, that's a little fast.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll never fucking understand about some people.
Well, no, I say that because I think she was cheating on me the entire time. Because I don't know how you'd get someone that fast.
Yeah.
Unless you're like drop dead gorgeous. And she really wasn't. Although she was more popular, quote unquote, so I'm honestly amazed she actually decided to do anything with me because I was very depressed.
Speaking of going downhill, so I had this classmate. I'm not gonna say her name, you know,
Intel suggests there are rich enemies
because online.
What? Would I have known her?
to pinpoint her exact
No,
location. Search them out if you are willing to show
but her name. Well, we'll just call her Yulian.
That's a
And
stupid ass.
Yulian, well, she was hot, like
A
not
bitch.
hot,
Oh.
but like hot.
I thought we were calling her a bitch.
No,
My bad.
she was a bitch sometimes. Not gonna lie,
Oh. Okay.
but she was hot.
Oh god, you better hurry over here.
Then,
That's a wormhole.
then next thing I knew, I saw her today at my work. She is. She did something wrong. Like, she was skinny, now she's obese.
That was a lot of people.
So I was just like, how the fuck?
That's what happened with my first one as well. Seeing pictures of her now, I was like, oh man. Maybe it's a good thing we didn't stay together. I don't think I... No. I usually don't talk down on people's appearances, but she does not look like the same person I dated once.
Honestly, I used to be into the whole relationship thing, but then I just... After one of my friends that I had like a huge crush on left, I just went, you know what? I really don't feel much of like that feeling anymore with anybody. So I kind of just gave up.
That's a fucking wormhole looking gun. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Oh, it's one of these guys.
The reactor has gone critical. Get to extraction immediately. Beware, Tenno. This ship is experiencing reduced gravity and magnetic anomalies.
Eat it. Anyway, I got distracted. I still experience those type of feelings because I am a normal human being and I'd rather not be lonely. A dog's not enough. I need actual human contact.
I mean, hopefully someday I end up getting that feeling back.
Alright, you want to hear something fucking hilarious? It's absolutely great. Apparently, when we actually initially broke up for the last time, she said, "Oh, you got something. There's just something about you that people really like." I was like, "Oh, about that."
There's something about you that people really like. Explain.
The only reason I ever got with my second one was literally just because I knew her, like at the same time as I knew the first one. So if it wasn't for that, I never would have known her. Oh well.
Anubis said, relationships lead to either sad breakup or marriage, and marriage leads to divorce or death.
That's why I'm never getting married. Some don't always lead to breakups, though. Some people say forever.
I mean, my grandparents have stayed with each other forever. So, I mean, they're doing something right.
It's all up to finding the right person. Unfortunately, most people never will. Because you might end up someone like me that just, for some reason, people just really hate me. I don't even do anything to them, they just hate me. I don't know why. Is it my face? Is it because I'm not tall, dark, and handsome? even though I claim
Well,
to be.
you are.
I'm tall and dark, but minus the handsome part. I'm not even all that dark. I just have a natural tan.
Okay, you're not handsome, but you're kind of average.
Listen to your little shit. And I can call you a little shit because you are.
Whoa, you're damn right.
I'm abnormally tall, and you're just abnormally short. You're like, what, an inch below the average? I know. I think Caden is. I think Caden's either like 1 inch below, or just barely average.
I'm just surprised that I'm the fucking average height for an Irish person.
Nobody cares if you're Irish or not. You're not even Irish.
I know. Well, I find it
Okay,
funny.
so, well, you shouldn't, because that doesn't matter. The fuck is... I don't remember doing a sabotage on here. Also, prepare your asshole. We're probably gonna face a Bursa.
Wait, Jordan, I know what your ex was talking about something
Which one?
about you. About the something special about you.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're 6 foot.
I wasn't 6 foot at the time. I have humor. I know a lot of people like that, but a lot of people don't even give me a chance, so they'll never actually figure it out. God damn, my shoes are dusty.
For me, I have to talk to somebody for like quite some time before I can actually end up being able to do it.
Oh, yeah. I talked to my second one, obviously I'm not going to say her name, for like,
The reactor will have tight security. Watch out for
I don't know how long.
Your target is
Like
the system
4 or 5 years before we actually got together. It was a really long time.
But like for me, when it comes to like YouTube wise, it just kind of comes natural because for me personally, it's just basically me talking to you.
Okay, what are we referring to? I'm confused.
I'm referring to you.
What? I'm totally lost right now. I got sidetracked.
Basically, the comedy thing. Me
Oh,
being
yeah,
able-
you should have just said that.
But like, for me, it's just I don't really pay too much attention to sometimes the chat, or if it is somebody in the chat, then I end up probably knowing them enough where I played a game with them,
its core and destroy it.
which means I can bring out all the comedy I can.
That's it.
I'm just a very comedic person. Always have been. I make a lot of jokes. Some, well, actually a lot of them are pretty offensive, but you have to get around that.
Listen, offensive jokes are the best jokes. Depending.
Now, like right now, I don't make certain jokes because, like with police brutality, I just avoid that because I know how sensitive that subject is. So that's one of the offensive jokes I just don't say right now. America's going through some hardships. In fact, it's been going through hardships since the day it was founded because this place sucks. People say we're so lucky to have this place, and we kind of are, but at the same time, it's literally no different from where they're living. Just
And
slightly
this-
more freedoms.
That's pretty much true as hell, and I bet Jordan can agree with that. Squid's comedic but depressed.
Yeah, pretty much. Fuck. That ship was going through that.
I mean, even professional actors end up having that kind of mindset. Comedic but depressed.
Depression's more common than people think. In fact, mental illnesses are more common than people think. And for anyone that doesn't know, I have a plethora of those. I'll name off a few. My most major one right now is autism. It was called Asperger's, but we stopped calling it that due to a Nazi scientist. So now it's just universal. My second major one is depression. Third major is, it was paranoia, but I have common cause to believe that it's evolving into schizophrenia. I really hope it isn't, but it probably is. Let's see, what else do I got? Oh, and also I have a severe social anxiety disorder. Makes life very hard.
I just have ADHD.
I thought it was ADD.
Well, apparently they decided to put them two together.
Oh, yeah.
So instead of saying ADD, it's ADHD now.
We're doing sabotage again.
Sometimes I think I might have something else. Some other times I don't think I do.
What do you think you have?
Sometimes I think I'm probably somewhere on the autism spectrum.
It's possible. But they're too similar, so I can't say. You have to go to a professional for that. It's probably why I was misdiagnosed, because they're too similar. And of course, at the time I was growing up, mental illnesses weren't too well known. Either that or nobody, just literally nobody cared. They do now, obviously. And this is why the new generation's so lucky.
We need to destroy the reactor. The reactor will have tight security. Watch out for enemy patrols. Okay, you're looking for the mainframe. It's critical that you deliver the payload to that location.
Anubis, I would say, I would say a joke about that, but
About what?
Anubis said depression, anxiety, paranoia. He has them all.
Pretty much. There's a chance I'm also, if it isn't schizophrenia, it's a chance I'm actually developing something called DDD. I don't remember what it stands for, but it's... I'll look it up here in a second. It's hard to say because a lot of mental illnesses are just so similar. But that's why I'm going to go seek out a professional.
The joke I was gonna say was Jordan's a Pokemon trainer, gotta catch them all.
I mean, I really don't mind joking about it. It sucks, and it's every day is just hell, but I mean, you get used to it eventually. Basically, the way depression works is just to quote, it is what it is. That's just how my life is now.
Honestly, when I was first diagnosed with ADHD, or when I was first diagnosed with ADD, the thing is, my original thought of it was, well, guess I am forever fucked with this.
Your first thought wasn't that, though, because you were diagnosed when you were like 2. Your thought then was just, Mother, I need food.
I wasn't diagnosed at that time.
Well, when were you diagnosed? It's usually really late.
My parents ended up realizing that my grades were like really fucking awful.
They didn't notice your behavior.
Yeah.
Okay, I like your dad, I do, but either you guys, your parents must not have been paying attention then. Because usually the way it's diagnosed is behavior, not grades.
But then,
that's how ADHD and ADD come to be.
But then, I think it was around sometime when I was in elementary, like 3rd grade or so. 3rd or 2nd. And they decided to get me to a appointment for it. to, well, check me out, see if I had any mental disorders. And I came up as having ADHD. And at first I was like very fucking confused. Anubis, what the fuck? He said DDD, depressed D disorder. Depressed dick disorder.
There we go. My fucking computer wasn't responding. Hang on. I'm looking it up now.
Well, if you have depressed dick disorder, you might want to get some Viagra.
Depressed dick disorder is also just called erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
That's 3D Systems Corporation. That's not what I'm looking for.
What time is it? 10:01. Yo, Jordan. It's 10:02. Get it? 10:02.
No. Oh, yeah.
I am so sorry.
It occurs when you persistently or repeatedly have the feeling that you're observing yourself from outside your body, or you have a sense that things around you aren't real, or both. I have the latter of that one. Which is why I'm going to seek out a professional. I'm pretty sure schizophrenia doesn't cause that, so it's probably, this seems like the most probable cause. I can check, though. If I can remember how to spell it.
The closest I can think of with that is there's times to where I felt like I couldn't feel anything, but as actual real life, and it just felt like a full-on dream. As if my brain shut off and then just my eyes were just there.
Schizophrenia is a long-term mental disorder of a type involving a breakdown in the relation between thought, emotion, and behavior, leading to faulty perception, inappropriate actions and feelings, withdrawal from reality and personal relationships into fantasy and delusion, and a sense of mental fragmentation. Schizophrenia is some pretty nasty stuff. Okay, let's see. Behavior is social isolation, disorganized behavior, aggression, agitation, compulsive behavior, excitability, hostility, repetitive movements, self-harm, or lack of restraint. Obviously, like I said, though, those could be attributed to pretty much anything. Mental illnesses are really hard to say what is what. I'm gonna go stream Minecraft.
Yes. Where are
I'm
we
just gonna keep the
stream
same
on Minecraft?
something creative, probably,
Alright.
or possibly servers.
Well, that was a nice stream on Left Turn. Goodbye.